Alright, so this video will help you achieve more when it comes to your looks than any of the confidence, skincare, or hair care advice you will get on YouTube or some blog. We will be covering how to elevate the main features of your face that breaks or makes your face and how to fix those. If you take the advice from this video seriously, I believe you can put on 2 to 3 points into your facial rating. So if you're a 3, you could easily level up to 5 or a 6, depending on how well you implement the advice. Here's what we will cover: the jaw, the cheekbones, the eye area, the zygote bone, facial hair, and the diet. And I make videos related to male health, looks, and hormones and all that stuff. So if you're interested in that part of the internet, then do subscribe to the channel. First, we will talk about the jaw. And by the way, all of this info is sold to you paid by a scammer on TikTok. And here you do find everything for free. But still, if you do like to support the channel, you can support me on Patreon, link in my bio. So the first thing you have to see in your jaw is if your jaw is narrow or if it's wide. So typically a wide jaw is good for facial aesthetics and overall for the health of a male. The benefits of a wider jaw is that you can breathe well and have a quality lifestyle. So how do you know if you have a narrow or a wide jaw? There are definitely signs of a narrow jaw and a wide jaw. If you have a narrow jaw, you would have crooked teeth, mouth breathing, and your palate is in a shape of a V, not in a U. In case your palate is in a U shape, it means that you have a wide jaw, which is a good thing for facial aesthetics as well as a human. For your health, it's a good thing. But if it's in a V shape, then you definitely need to do something about it to improve it. So how can you improve it? I mean, there's only one way to do that, and it's the easiest way to do. It doesn't require a lot of surgeries or some expensive surgery to widen your jaw. You just have to go to your nearest orthodontist or a dentist and ask him to if you need a palate. First, ask him if you need a palate and show him your jaw, and then he's going to explain to you the process and the pricing. It should not go much more than 100 USD if you're living in the United States, and cheaper if you're living in developing countries or like India or some European countries. It's also cheaper in that. Since we have talked about the jaw width from the front, we will now switch to the ramus, which makes up your side profile. Now you want your ramus to be defined and sharp. It's also known as the gonian. So your gonian is made up of the masseter muscle. So you have to train your masseter muscle to achieve a sharp ramus or a side profile. You have to chew on hard stuff. You can try hard gums and hard food, but the best way to train is the towel method. So the best way to train your masseter muscle is a towel method. So now what's the towel method, as you might ask? So what you have to do is to pick a clean small towel and fold it 4 to 7 times and, slightly start chewing it. It's like reps in the gym. The more good you become at this exercises, the harder it makes, the harder you have to make it for yourself by increasing the folds and biting it a little harder than before. Just don't bite extra hard on your first try. But the most important thing is to lower your body fat so the muscle and the bones in your gonian is visible. Now we will move to the cheekbones. I think I will rate cheekbones as the second most important part in your face after the jawline. One of the main methods to get very prominent cheekbones is the one that I mentioned at the start of my video, which is called palate expansion. So you have to expand your palate, your roof of your mouth. What it will do is it will give you high set cheekbones, and in case you have lower set cheekbones, which is mostly caused by a narrow jaw. So it will help you achieve high set cheekbones. Along with this, you have to do a sodium inflush. So A sodium flush means drinking more water and flushing that water with the help of cardio and workout. So when you're gonna sweat, it's gonna take out all of the salt that you have taken in. Plus, you have to reduce your salt intake too. You also need to add more potassium, like banana, spinach, and other green vegetables. A sodium in flush will debloat your face, hence giving you a more prominent cheekbones. Now we will talk about the eye area. So most YouTubers and self-improvement guys recommend exercises for the eye area, which is totally wrong. Exercising your eye area with your hands will just make the skin around it thinner, which is already thin uh, in the face. So the eye area skin is the most thin skin on all your face. Some people say it's also totally genetic, which is also completely false. It's not totally genetic, and you can do something to change it. So having unattractive eyes can be a real deboosting effect in your confidence, since you can't maintain eye contact with people. So it can be a confidence, deboost. So first, let's discuss the problem that causes prey eyes or eyes that are not very pleasant to make contact with, make eye contact with. So if you have too much upper eyelid exposure, then you should try squinting and making 1 minute contact to the sun directly with squinted eyes. This will have the perfect squint stare. Next, you can try shaping and growing your eyelashes, which will decrease the space between your brow ridge and the main eyes. Now, the second problem is the negative canthal tilt. You might have no eyelid exposure, but having a negative tilt can be a sign of unattractive or prey eyes. My understanding of improving the candle tilt area and what I've seen working for so many people is that the area is improved if your maxillary is widened. So expanding the palate increases the width of the upper jaw, the maxilla, which can lead to a broader, more prominent midface. Then it will cause subtle changes in how the eye sockets and the surrounding areas appear. Some people report a lifting effect in the under eye area as the midface grows. So you have to try this if you have a negative canthal tilt.